Shri Vrajrajkumarji. Distraction to direction is the main topic which we all are going to discuss today. What is the definition of distraction? Things which are becoming an obstacle towards our goal, that is distraction. Distraction is all about focusing only and only on simple pleasures, becoming lazy, becoming addicted to certain things. When those distractions comes in your life, you cannot utilize the skills and the talent what God has given within you to its fullest. A person who is focused, that person would always think about the utmost priority. That person would not focus on the distractions. He would always compare which is more useful towards my goal. If certain things which are not useful towards my goal, I should not waste time. I've seen many youngsters who usually just starts their phone for 5 minutes of just seeing some messages or just doing work on the mobile. But then they spend 30-40 minutes, 1 hour in just scrolling. Honestly, among all of you, just raise up your hands that you have this problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost all of them. And this is a very universal problem which we face everywhere, that even though you have decided that my screen time should be only 2 hours, but still it becomes 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours, sometimes 5 hours, sometimes 7 hours. Because of the social media, the distractions has increased so much. And we could not keep discipline within ourselves, and then we just waste our time. Nowadays, in the social media, time is so much wasted, and we have lost our inner creative instinct due to that. In past, we used to get poets, writers, but now in future you will see the poets are going to get decreased, because whenever people gets free, they go into the mobile. In past, when people used to get free, they used to think something, they used to spend time with their own self, they used to write something. So the creativity instinct is getting reduced because of the social media, and that is the biggest distractions nowadays. In our Shastras, there are different kinds of vrats. Ekadashi nu vrat, Char Jayanti nu vrat, isn't it? Some people do Shanivar vrat, pachi je grah nadto hoye nu vrat. But I think our Rishi Munis didn't know that the biggest distraction in future is going to be the mobile. So there is no mobile vrat. I think on Ekadashi, when you are doing the fasting, you should have the mobile vrat also, because it is related to senses. It's not that you only eat farar and falahar and you fast, but fasting is something has to do with all your senses becoming pure. But if you see something on the Ekadashi, that's not right. Which is not right if you see that. Ek bhai tha, he was smoking. So I told him, on Ekadashi you smoke, do you do Ekadashi? He said, yes, I do Ekadashi. Then also you smoke? This is Dhumrapan. On Ekadashi, Dhumrapan is allowed. Anaj is not allowed. Grains are not allowed. Dhumrapan is allowed. No, it's not like that. When you fast, that means all your 11 senses, they should be totally pure, attached towards spirituality, towards good deeds. So on Ekadashi, pictures are not allowed. You cannot watch movie. Today is Ekadashi. Cereals are not allowed. You cannot speak bad words. If you are doing Ekadashi and if you do fast and you speak bad words, that's not allowed. Right? If you speak bad words on the Ekadashi, then that Ekadashi is broken. Some points you lose. It's not that 100 points you get off that Ekadashi. So today's Ekadashi, many must have done it, many must not have done it. But fasting is so important to pure your senses. And all these 11 senses, the main senapati of those senses is Man. Man controls all the senses. So it's very important to focus yourself on your Man and control that. So controlling the sense is most difficult. Sometimes we are not using the emotions are using us. Like anger. Anger is an emotion. It is important. It's not that you should not become angry. Anger is important. Love is important. Lust is also important. Everything is important, but it has to be in its limitations. There are different colors in the color box, and a painter uses the colors on its requirement as per the color combination. But color doesn't uses the painter uses the color. Same way, emotions are the different colors of our life which we have to use them. They should not use us. Now ask yourself, anger uses you or you use the anger? Does anger comes with your permission? Or it comes within you without the permission and you become angry and then you feel the guilty, oh, I should not have become angry. I should not have spoken that, I should not have hit. Huh? So it depends who is using whom. So sometimes when we get distracted, it's due to the anger, it's due to the fear, it's due to the anxiety, it's due to the depression, it's due to non-acceptance, it's due to pain, it's due to the situations, it's due to the conditions. There are so many things which distracts us. In the whole day, 24 hours, if you just check out, there are so, like share bazaar, ups and downs happens. Sometimes in 1 hour you are happy, another 1 hour you are unhappy. So many distractions. If somebody doesn't give you a smile, you become unhappy. Our happiness is dependent on somebody. Happiness is not dependent. Happiness is independent. Even though if somebody smiles or doesn't smile, even if somebody respects or doesn't respect, even if somebody talks with us in a humble way or not, our state is a happy state. We should not be dependent on somebody to make us happy. We are happy. Our original nature is happiness. Like the original nature of the water is Shital, cold. Original state of the water is cold. Water is cold. If you make it hot, again it will become cold. Because that's the original state. In the same way, tell yourself, something makes me happy. No, I am happy. And that's why don't work for happiness, work happily. Don't work for success, work successfully. And a person who works happily, a person who works successfully is a focused person. More you are happy, you are focused. More you are interested, you are focused. More you are passionate, you are focused. And that's why I always say that make your passion as your profession. Because whatever you are doing, you should like it. You should love it. There was one guy in USA, in one of the Padramni, I just asked him, what are you doing? He said, I am an aeronautics engineer. I was in fact, but I am aeronautic engineer, but I am not encashing that degree into my services. So I said, why then you chose to study aeronautics? What are your interests? He said, my interest is in business. If your interest was in business, then why did you study aeronautics? He replied, my father told me, in our 7 generations, nobody has become aeronautic engineer. Hey, my child, You become the aeronautic engineer. And then he studied that just to make his father happy, fine. But his interest was not in that. And now he is an owner of 10-15 subways and he is doing the business. So ultimately it's so important that you choose that line in which you are interested in. You check yourself, what uniqueness you have inside, and on that basis you choose your line. Every individual on this earth is unique. You have got that quality which hundreds doesn't have it. God has made you unique. We all are special child of God. And very less people understands that uniqueness within them. You have such a talent that millions doesn't have. But you have to be focused to cultivate that talent. Why? Maximum of the people, they are not able to cultivate those skills within them which God has put in them. It's a hidden treasure which every individual has within them, but that hidden treasure needs that focus, that goal to cultivate it. So distractions are there, different kind of distractions are there. But a person who is focused in the life, that person gets successful. Even Mahapurush, they got distracted. Valmiki was distracted in stealing things. Valmiki. So if you see his past, he was also distracted. But then with the grace of Naradji, when he got a right sang, a right knowledge, a spiritual guru and the guidance, then he got a right direction. So from the distraction, he went on a right direction. He got a right path. Arjun, he was distracted with the family attachments. But with the right knowledge of Shri Krishna Bhagavan, and when Shri Krishna told him, perform your duties without getting the attachments, without attaching, perform your duties. And then Shishyasteham, then he became the Shishya of Shri Krishna. He was also distracted. Hanumanji, when he was going towards Lanka, there were many distractions came in between. The mountain came, the Rakshasi came. But he was focused that I have to do a work of my Guru, of my God. And I am on the mission. I should not get distracted towards these mountains and this Rakshasi. Swami Vivekananda got distracted with the doubts and he had all different kind of doubts. Where is God? If there is God, why God is not seen? And he came to the Guru and asked, where is God? Have you seen God? And that Guru told him, yes, I have seen God like I have seen you. And the doubts, all the perception-oriented doubts which came in front of the sun, they have released. And now he got enlightened. So if you see in the past, our heroes, our celebrities, our gurus, our rishi munis, so many people in their life, yes, they were distracted initially, even moving towards their goal. In between also people like Arjun got distracted. But with the grace of Guru, with the grace of the wisdom, they again controlled themselves. So it's not that you don't get distracted. You sometimes get distracted. Like if there is a water and if you throw a stone, yes, water, it gets distracted. But it's not important how fast you get distracted. It's important how fast you become normal. Sometimes, yes, there are things happening in our life which are adverse, which we did not want it to happen, and still it happened. So as a human, we feel pain, we feel the misery. But how fast you overcome that misery, how fast you overcome that pain, how fast you overcome that distraction and again move on with the life with that full energy what you had in the past. That is important. And this is what our holy books are preaching us. Move on. Moving on is success. if you stay at one place and don't move on and just think about why this happened to me. Listen, the biggest distraction of our life is this question, why this happened to me? When you get failure, why this happened to me? When you get loss, why this happened to me? When you get a detachment, why this happened to me? Whenever we ask this question, why with me? Why this happened to me? This is the biggest distraction in moving towards your life. Ram Bhagwan had a distraction too with the Kekai. Kekai with the jealousy and the greed and what not. She made the whole Ayodhya chaos. And at that time, Ram never anticipated that this kind of Agna would come from my father, but he accepted it. Although it was very hard to accept. Sometimes we have to take certain decisions which may be not like it, but maybe it is good for the Dharma. Bhagavan Krishna went off the battlefield, Ran chhod. It was required at that time to save the Brahmins because Jaransandh had taken a vow that if this time I lost this battle, I will kill all the Brahmins. God thought, okay, it's okay, 17 times I won, 18th time if I just run out of the battle, doesn't make a difference. It's not a big deal. I will be called as Rana Chhod. So if it is required, I will Rana Chhod also. If that is required, I will teach Arjun not to Rana Chhod. Sometimes to quit the battlefield is a dharma, and sometimes not to quit the battlefield is dharma. Sometimes to be in the crease and play the ball is dharma, and sometimes as required you have to get out of the crease if the pitch is not favorable and hit the six, that is also dharma. When there are adharmi people in front of you, at that time you have to just come ahead of the crease, you have to just cross the boundaries of the dharma and maryadas and limitations and come out of it and do what is required, because a people like Duryodhan, a people like Dronacharya who were supporting the adharma at that time, even though Dronacharya, he did not have any astra shastra in his hands, still God told to do Narova Kunjarova to Yudhishthira, speak a lie to kill him. Same happened with Karna. He did not have that astra, but still God inspired Arjun, kill him, because he is doing the adharma. And when somebody is doing adharma, you have to go out of that crease and do your karma. That karma is dharma, not adharma. So depends upon the definition of dharma is also in a different way. That's why Bhagavan Krishna gave importance to cow, where there were people who were loving, like gopis and Vraj Bhakts. But Bhagavan Krishna said, no, in the Mahabharata my cows will not work, I have to ride a horse. So even you have to change yourself sometimes with certain people. If a person loves you, become a cow, paropkari. And if there are people like Duryodhan in front of you, then you cannot become a cow. Otherwise your cow will go in a slaughterhouse. You have to become a horse. You have to become strong. So Ram Bhagwan focused on the dharma even though he did not wanted to go to the Vanvas. But he accepted. It's God's Leela. And he went. So distractions have been there. But the people who have been focused in their goals and they have kept dharma within themselves, they have always accepted the adverse situation in their life in a positive way. So sometimes a person who accepts, adjusts and understands, that person can become happy. If you're sleeping and if dog is barking and if you ask a question why dog is barking, you don't have that answer. And you cannot tell dog, hey dog, please don't bark. So there were one Shetji and one Sant who were in one guest house. And they were close to, their rooms were close. And dog started barking at 2 a.m. in the night. And that Shethji was constantly asking the question, why dog is barking, why dog is barking. This dog will not let me sleep, not let me sleep, not let me sleep. And he didn't sleep the whole night. And dog barked. And this Sant was left gasat. So when they both woke up, they met each other. How was your sleep? Sant said, oh, my sleep was beautiful. Oh, you didn't hear the dog barking? He said, no. I didn't hear dog is barking, but I didn't ask question why he's barking. So what happened? Slowly, when I accepted dog is barking, dog is barking, dog is barking, then I told myself, wow, dog is beautifully barking. Wow, such a nice bark is going on. And when I accepted it, then that barking became a background music. And I slept. This person could not accept, he got distracted. So there are people who will speak negative about you and they will bark. But you need to be focused in your goal. There was a frog who was climbing the mountain and hundreds of frogs were just, shouting. You cannot climb the mountain. In our frog jati, no one has climbed the mountains. We frog are always, into certain ponds. We cannot go this high. We have our limitation. We are frogs. We cannot climb the mountain. It's impossible. And all were shouting, no, we can't do this, we can't do this, we can't do this. And he climbed the mountain. Then everybody came to know that frog was deaf. If he was not deaf, then this shouting would have made him discouraged, distracted. But he was focused, no, I can do this. So distractions are something which will come in your life. The speed breakers will come, but you have to drive a car. In a cricket match also, a person who is standing opposite side of the pitch, that person is only your supporter. And 11 fielders, they are going to distract you. You try to make score, but they will try to stop you. So this is what life is all about. Supporters are going to be less. And the people who are jealous of us, the people who hates us, the people who cannot see our success, they are always going to stop you. And they are always going to become an obstacle and hurdle in between. But we have to take it in a very mature and a positive way. We should not get distracted on what people are saying. Person who is focused, even though he fell down, again get up. Again fell, again get up. Again fell, again get up. Falling is not a problem. Not getting up is a problem. A small kid, when a kid starts learning to walk, he falls, but again gets up. In the same way, distraction comes and goes. It's like a cloud, it comes and goes. Sometimes negative thoughts gets you distracted. So whenever the negative thoughts are coming, you just let it come and go. Just don't entertain and don't ask question why it's coming. Sometimes when you more entertain your own thoughts, that thought sometimes harasses you. Let it come and go. Don't just entertain. Like clouds come and go. Some people doesn't get sleep. So when you don't get sleep, you ask question, why I'm not getting sleep? More you will ask, you will not get sleep. Just stop asking. So the biggest distraction of a human life is why this happened to me. Whatever happened, it is a God's wish, a God's leela. Somewhere my own backlog. Let's say if in this life, past life, bad karmas, time is running. And at that time, whatever good you will do, You will do japs and anushtans and yagnas and dans and punyas, and you'll help people and you'll do all good things to people, but in the return you will get bad things. You will get failure, you will get insult, you will get all sorts of negativity, people talking about you, and sometimes you feel I'm doing good to others, still I'm getting bad. I did so many bhaktis, I did so many dan punyas, I did so many good karmas, still I am getting a bad result of it. Then what is need of doing all these things? Let's stop doing it. And that's where people get distracted in doing good. That's where people get distracted in doing bhakti also. That's where people get distracted in doing the right things. But you have to understand, past lives, bad karmas, time was going on in this 10 years. So whatever good you will do, you'll get bad. So what bad you have got is not of this good what you have done. It's of the past life what you have done. That you are actually facing. And in the same way, if past lives punya karma time is running in the present, at that time, if you will do anything bad, any dushkarma, any wrong things, you will be protected. You will not get saja also. And then some good people always will question, oh, this person is doing so much bad, still he is protected. He is not getting the justice. God is not teaching him the lesson. Why? He is protected because of his past lives punya karmas. But he is not knowing that whatever punya karmas I did in past, I got the protection out of it, but that punya is getting over and my bank balance will become zero. And whatever in that punya kala I did bad things, that again will become my prarabdha, that again will become my destiny, and that I have to face. So whether you get good or bad times in your life, we have to be focused in doing our spiritual prayers. We should be focused in doing our meditation. We should be focused in acquiring the knowledge. We should be focused in doing all good deeds all the time, because good time comes after the bad time gets over. And bad time comes after the good time gets over. And that's what life is all about. But whatever good you are doing today or tomorrow, you will get a fruit of it no matter whatever happens. And whatever bad you have done, if you are a Bhagavan's Bhakta, and if you are continuously in the shelter of God, then sometimes with the grace of God, you are going to get a loss of 50 crores, you'll have a loss of 25 crores. But that 25 becomes very big for us. But we didn't think like that it was going to be more. Because I am doing the bhakti, it's reduced. There was a Shethji, he was a doctor, and he was driving a car, and in between, it was a Sunsan area. So in between, what happened, the car got stuck, and there was some error in the engine. No one was here and there, and it was really very dark, late night. He was with the family. All of a sudden, one youngster came and helped him with the solving of the error in the engine. He was so happy, so happy, so happy. He told that guy, oh, you are God's Farishta, you came on a right time. Otherwise, in this whole night, in this darkness, in this jungle, where I would have gone? What you will charge for this? He was just putting his hand in the pockets and taking out few thousand rupees and just, giving to him. And he said, no, wait a minute. I have one principle that if somebody is in need, in a bare need, and if I help that person, I really feel fortunate that God sent me here to help you. And I do this selflessly. I don't take a charge for that. So I would not take a single penny. The Shethji was surprised. He went. After some time, the corona came. And the Shethji had his own hospital. He was a doctor. All of a sudden, this guy, he got admitted in this hospital. And he got the corona. This is a real incident. He was sleeping in his bed and Shetji just went for a round and he saw that person. He recognized, oh, this is a guy who helped me. So he told his staff that before doing the bill, just let me know. And when he was going to get discharged, he was taken to the office of the Shetji, and when he came, both were surprised to see each other. That guy was, oh Shetji, you are the Malik of this hospital, I'm so fortunate. Shetji said, Beta, you don't have to pay a single penny now. That guy said, why? I was admitted in your hospital and I have to pay the bills. He said, no. I learned from you that at that time you helped me selflessly. I was in a bare need. At this time you are also in the bare need and I'm going to help you selflessly. And you don't have to pay a bill of this, the hospital. That guy got tears in his eyes. He went out. There was big Krishna Bhagavan's murti and he did a Sashtang Pranam to Thakurji. Hey God, you are great. Even a selfless karma which I did in that night, nobody was there to observe me. Nobody was there to give me the credit. But you were there to watch that good deed of mine, and today you gave me back with the interest, lakhs of rupees I saved just because of your grace. Whatever good you do, you will get fruit of it today or tomorrow. And whatever bad you do, you will get fruit of that today or tomorrow. So whatever you do, it becomes your destiny. Man is an architect of his own future by his own deeds. So we need to be focused in doing good. And don't ask question, why this happened to me? No questions. Just accept it's all God's Leela. Maybe my backlog, maybe God's Leela. The acceptance only gets you move forward. So first of all, the main thing you have to tell yourself, tell your mind is, I am happy and happiness is my nature. Nobody can make me unhappy. I will get distracted for some time. Again, I will get back into my original nature. So now, how to increase the focus? There are different kinds of practices which are given. The first practice is to increase the focus, you need to have a goal in which you are interested in. Goalless life is a life like a leaf which just detaches from the tree and it doesn't have any goal where to go. Wherever the air takes that leaf goes in that direction. So everybody has to ask themselves, every youngster should ask themselves, do I have a proper goal? Do I have a proper mission? If there is a goal and the mission, then, and if you are interested in it, see, first of all, a thought comes in the mind. Then, second stage is wish. You have to make thought as a strong wish. When you have a strong wish, then third stage is sankalp. Pehla vichar, pachi ichha, pachi sankalp. Samyak kalpana iti sankalpaha. You visualize what you want and what you want to be. Sankalp is so important. And when you have the sankalp, then you have a vrat, the commitment. And when you have a commitment, then there is an effort. And when you have an effort, then there is anushashan, the discipline. And when you have a discipline with consistency, and when you have a willpower and grace power of God, then you get the success. So these are the stages. Samyak kalpana. Sankalp is so important. So when you wake up in the morning, I'll give you a very simple thought procedure. How to wake up and how to sleep is so important. When you wake up, so science says that there is a cortisol stress hormone inside you when you suddenly wake up in the bed, the cortisol, stress hormone. It's not that you wake up and just get out of the bed and just start all the proceedings. No. Some people wake up and start with the mobile. So when you wake up, you first of all sit quietly, straight. It's so important to keep your spinal cord straight to increase the focus. Most of the people, even though when you are studying, if your spinal cord is not straight, you will be unable to focus. And if you're like this, then you'll sleep while reading. And this happens lots of time. Spinal cords needs to be stable. Then the focus increases. Focus has a relation with the spinal cord. Straight. And this position is the best position, the Palati. Our Sanskriti, our culture always gave us this position. When you eat, this position. Now we have dining tables, so the legs are open. But so our Dharma Shastra said, when you are eating, be focused. When you are reading, be focused. When you are doing mala, jap, dhyan, be focused. When you are studying, be focused. So how do you increase the focus? This is Palati, is the best position. I had one guy in Ahmedabad. I went to Padramani at his house, and he had a very nice chair, a very broad chair. And he used to sit on Palati on chair. Now these chairs are very small, you cannot have a Palati, right? He had a good, so he was sitting on the chair but with the Palati. I like that concept, that we should also adopt that concept even while taking a dinner and lunch. Have that broad chair and have a Palati and then you eat. Your digestion you'll improve your digestion if you sit like this. This Paschat Sanskriti people, this Western culture people, they did whatever we did, they did ulta of that. We do the Palati and sit there, sit, open legs and eat. Buffet. In buffet what do you see? So all the Paschat Sanskriti. But originally the Rishi Munis which taught us that this position is very good for the focus. Pagne bandhva pade, right? Because this pag, this foot has a relation with your mind. So what happens? That you must have seen some people who pag leg, they just shake their legs. So you must have seen if you shake the legs, that means somewhere your mind is into so many thoughts because your mind has a relation with the foot. શરદી થાય મગજમાં તો પગમાં કેમ વિક્સ ઘસે? પગમાં વિક્સ એટલે ઘસે કે મગજમાં પેલું ગરમાટો પહોંચે, because all the nerves are connected with the foot. So mind has a correlation with the foot. So if the foot are properly managed, then the mind is also managed. But if foot is open, it's difficult to focus. So spinal cord, siddhi. When you wake up, spinal cord straight. And then just sit straight with the Palati. And nowadays youngsters are unable to do the Palatios. They sit like this, ukru. And then they wear their jeans. So that jeans is not actually giving them the flexibility to fold their legs. So they કોઈ ફાડ્યા જીન્સ નહીં આને જીન્સ નહીં ફાડ્યા તો બંને જીન્સ ફાડ્યા એટલે ઘૂંટણ પેલા બેન્ડ થાય and that became a fashion. But somebody that કોઈ જેને પણ જીન્સ ફાડ્યા હશે, somebody did that must be with the comfort to flexible the knees. But then that became fashion. Then people have that some અડધું ફાડેલું they wear and this knee કેમ ફાડ્યું? કારણ હતું આપણી ધોતિયું છે ને આ બહુ ફ્લેક્સિબલ, જ્યાં પગ વાળો હોય વળે. જીન્સ થોડું અઘરું થઈ જાય. But it's okay. So when you sit, now listen, the important thing is how you breathe. When we got the birth, we were breathing 36 times a minute. So breath was much more faster. Then slowly it got reduced, and actually there has to be 12 breaths in 1 minute. And one breath consists of 5 seconds. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 seconds. Try. Count 1, 2, 3. In, breathe in, and 1, and then 4, 5 in, breathe out. So you realize, slowly you do. So this is the perfect way to breathe. But sometimes there are fluctuations in the breathing. But when you practice this daily, when you wake up and before you sleep and when you meditate, so slowly, because breaths are controlled by our subconscious, not by our conscious. When we're talking to somebody, we will not, tell the other person, oh, wait for a minute, I'll take a breath and come. It's a natural procedure, it goes on. So the thing is that this is a perfect breathing. Now we need to train our subconscious to breathe in this fashion. So 12 breaths per minute. That makes your mind focused and calm. Because whenever we are distracted, the breath gets distracted very fast. It gets distracted. So when you wake up, 11 times. Shri Krishna Sharanam, 3 seconds. Ma, 2 seconds. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. 11 times. And when you do this 11 times, the cortisol stress hormone which has been in your mind, it gets reduced. And while doing that Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, you have to do the dhyan of your Ishtadev. If Krishna Bhagavan is our Ishtadev, then Krishna Bhagavan's dhyan. From the lotus feet to his Mukharvind, from the lotus feet to Mukharvind. And feel God is giving you all the positive energies inside you. Then tell yourself, with the grace of God, today is going to be my successful day. Today I am going to move forward towards my goal. God is always with me, within me. I am a lovable soul of God. God is always gracing me. I am happy. I am positive. I am confident. I am fearless. I am the skilled person, a powerful person with the God's powers. So tell yourself and give those suggestions to your subconscious. Subconscious mind is your servant and conscious mind is the main owner of your mind. The subconscious is the servant. So you have to give belief to yourself. I am this, I am that. With the positivity. Then smile. Be happy from inside. And feel the happiness within you. Whatever my past was, whatever my future is going to be, I am happy today. I have to be happy. Not like this. I am happy. Don't think futuristic. I will be happy. I'm going to be happy. No, I am happy. So when you give these suggestions, I am happy. Like if you have a goal, I want to reach up to this. If you want to become a doctor or an engineer or lawyer, whatever. So when you visualize, you have to visualize that you have become a lawyer. You have all the abilities to become a lawyer. And then see yourself in that black coat. See yourself getting graduated. This is the manifestation which you do. And then you see yourself in the court fighting the cases. So when consistently in the morning time after you wake up, when you are visualizing your goal and your vision, you slowly start believing it. Because what you think, you become that. There is a kid, Bambari Sittan. That Kida was thinking about the Bambari will come, Bambari will come, Bambari will come. And with that continuous repetitive thinking, that Kida became Bambari and it flew. So it is a proven psychological fact that you think about certain things, you become that. So what you think, you become that. What you eat, you become that. So purity in eating is so important. Eating sattvic food. So if you have to be focused, if you want focus in your life, eat sattvic food. Eat more fruits. Let your stomach be empty. More stomach is empty, it's more focused. More it is filled, the whole pranic energy is used in what you have eaten to digest it. So before you go to bed, before 3 hours, nothing eating. Eat by 6 or 7, go to bed by 10, 11. So when you have that gap, so that your stomach should be empty when you sleep. So what happens when you sleep? The pranic energy does the whole repairing in your body. But if you eat at 9 o'clock in the night and you go to bed at 10 or 11 and with a filled stomach, then what happens? The pranic energy, it gets utilized in digesting the food. So if you are on a mission, if you have your exams going on, if you have meetings, important mission, important goal you have to achieve in certain timelines, you have to do tap. And to increase your focus level, you have to eat those food which digest fast. You cannot eat Maggi, pasta, pizza, burger during that mission time. Otherwise it will take your whole energy in just digesting. That's why when you eat the pizzas, you feel so lazy. Oh, now I don't want to do anything. I just want to sleep or I want to enjoy. If you want to enjoy something, if you're watching a movie, yeah, you're relaxed, you don't have to use your brains. Fine, you eat popcorns and eat all the junk stuff because you don't have to apply your brain towards that. You're just relaxing mode. But when you're on the mission and when you want your focus level to an extent, then you need to be careful in what you're eating. So you need to be careful what you're thinking. You need to be careful what you're eating. You need to be careful what you're doing, because what you think, what you do, what you eat, that you become. In which company you are, a good or bad, it affects your mind. So, when you wake up, 11 times Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Be happy. Then do your exercise, take a bath. Sit east facing, north facing. And while sitting east facing, north facing, then you do some Om, take a deep breath, Om. Do the breathing exercise the way I taught you, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Cleanse your mind with positivity and then take a mala and do 3, 5, 11 malas, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, by doing meditation of Shri Krishna. And then when you open your eyes, you'll feel batteries charged, like we charge the mobile, they are charged. Till then, just don't open your mobile, that's the biggest rakshas. After you complete your prayers, then you start your mobile and everything. If you have Thakurji at your house, go to darshan of Thakurji, have a Jhariji Baro, have some mishri offered, do Charnaspash and do Krishnashray Madhurashtak Path. And then whole day whatever karma you are doing, you just tell yourself, I am doing this karma to make my Krishna happy. Smaranam bhajanam chapi natyajamiti memati. Vadata bhireva satatam steyamityeva memati. Tasmat sarvatmana nityam Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Whatever karma you are doing, make it a seva, a service towards my God. And then again in the night, try and do our Vivayo World's Harinam Sankirtan. Our YouTube channel, Vivayo World, try and subscribe it today. And you will get Harinam Sankirtan sessions. There are many live sessions on that. You can just surf. And really, it's so effective. There was one person in Rajkot. He had a huge industries and he had Parkinson. His hands were shaking. And he came to know about the Harinam Sankirtan Satsangs, and he started doing on the Viva YouTube channel. In his home theater, he used to just sit in the morning and just do that Harinam Sankirtan, chant with me, and you would feel those vibrations of those mantras. And you will not believe, attending 50 sessions continuously, consistently, he got rid of the Parkinson, which is impossible. This is the Shakti of the mantras. And when you do it with the Shraddha, it gives you the effect. And that's why before you go to the bed, start Harinam Sankirtan, stop the mobile, or maybe on mobile you can start. And then, or watch on the mobile or on the TV. And after doing that Harinam Sankirtan meditation, then go to sleep. You'll get a good sleep, because whole night your subconscious will do that chanting, and the whole night, every cell and the blood of your body is going to do that chanting of that mantra. And doing this for 30, 40, 50 days consistently, it will change your life completely. It will change your mind focus completely. It will give you a good sleep also. So many people had issues in sleeping, and with the Harinam Sankirtan in the night, they got a good sleep. So these are the practices which we do to increase our focus level. So it was nice meeting all of you. So again, God bless you. May God fulfill all your wishes. May all the dreams come true.